In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, to whom praise is due forever. We thank Allah for blessing us with our beloved leader, teacher, and guide, the Messenger of Allah, the Messiah, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I greet all of you, my dear brothers and sisters, with the greeting words of peace. Assalamu alaikum. Tonight, I would like to continue with the thought raised by myself through Minister Ismail Muhammad on Monday night at FOI. The sisters didn't hear it. I want to read to you from the 9th surah or chapter of the Holy Quran. O Prophet, strive hard against the disbelievers and the hypocrites, and be firm against them, and their abode is hell, and evil is the destination. They swear by Allah that they said nothing, and certainly they did speak the word of disbelief and disbelieved after their Islam, and they purposed that which they could not attain, and they sought revenge only because Allah, as well as His Messenger, had enriched them out of His grace. So if they repent, it will be good for them, and if they turn away, Allah will chastise them with a painful chastisement in this world and the hereafter, and they shall have in the earth neither a friend nor a helper. And of them are those who made a covenant with Allah. If He give us out of His grace, we will certainly give alms and be of the righteous. But when He gave them out of His grace, they became niggardly of it, and they turned away, and they are averse. So He requited them with hypocrisy in their hearts till the day when they meet Him, because they broke their promise with Allah and because they lied. Now these verses of the Quran are directed toward a particular class of people. And that class of persons or people is considered in the lowest depth of the fire, because there is nothing lower in the sight of God than a hypocrite. They're even lower than a devil, because a devil is a devil. But a hypocrite feigns to be of the righteous, while in his heart he's an enemy of the righteous. The sad thing about this is that the person comes in to Islam and submits, and then they speak the word of disbelief after they have said they submit. Then they purpose that which they could not attain. And what is that? What is it that the hypocrites purpose that they cannot attain? That is the destruction of Islam and the murder of the Messenger. And they sought revenge. They were angry with God because he enriched them out of his grace with wisdom and a messenger from himself. But even though they're in that condition, Allah holds out mercy. And he says, so if they repent, it will be good for them. But if they turn away, Allah will chastise them with a painful chastisement in this world and the hereafter. And there are those who are hypocrites who made a covenant with Allah. It's like a bargain. And they said, if you, Allah, will give us out of your grace, we will certainly give alms or pay the poor rate, and we will be of the righteous. But when Allah gave them out of his grace, they became niggardly of that grace, meaning they would not give in charity, they would not support the cause, even though they told Allah that if he blessed them, they would certainly be of the righteous, and they would certainly give out of what he had given them. But when he blessed them, they held their money in their pockets. They wouldn't give, they wouldn't help, they would do nothing. So Allah requited them with hypocrisy in their hearts. They weren't hypocrites, but as a result of their niggardliness, Allah requited them with hypocrisy. He paid them back by making them what they became, hypocrites, because they broke their promise with Allah and because they lied. What was the lie that they told? They told Allah that if he blessed them, they would be of the righteous, and they would certainly help the messenger. And when he blessed them, they broke their promise. They wouldn't give, and so God punished them by turning them into hypocrisy because they broke their promise with him. When you got those kind of persons, hypocrites, they could be our wives, our husbands, it could be our sons, our daughters, it could be our friends and loved ones. Your test and my test is not being firm against somebody else who's a hypocrite, but the prophet is told, strive hard against the disbelievers. Strive hard against the hypocrites and be firm against them. Their abode is hell, and evil is their destination. You can't have a tender spot in your heart for hypocrites. You can't have a tender spot in your heart for disbelievers. A person who has never heard the truth is not a disbeliever. There are millions of our people who have never heard the truth. Don't call them disbelievers because they've never had a chance to hear that they might be classified as a disbeliever. But a disbeliever is one who hears the truth and rejects it and refuses to believe in it. Do you follow what I'm saying? Then when a person is a rejecter of the truth, after they hear it, the person who loves the truth has to be firm with them. Why? Because a disbeliever is not going to be satisfied until he pulls a believer back into disbelief. It could be your mother, it could be your father, it could be your husband, a wife, friend. When they disbelieve, They don't respect what you believe, do they? So when they disbelieve, they say things against your belief to weaken you in that which you have accepted that has given you life. So you can't be tender toward them. You have to be firm. It didn't say bust them in the mouth. It didn't say shoot them. It just said be firm against them. And but that is even difficult when you love people. It's hard for a mother to be firm against her disbelieving son or daughter, isn't it? It's hard for a child to be firm against a disbelieving parent. But that's what the Quran demands. Didn't say be disrespectful, said be firm. And when you're firm against something, that means you're standing resolutely, strongly, steadfastly against something that God himself disapproves. He don't like disbelievers. And he certainly does not like hypocrites. Now why, Farrakhan, are you taking up a subject like this? In the book of Revelations, it talks about a dragon that stood before the woman who was about to deliver her child. She was carrying a man-child, and that child was destined to rule the nations, plural, with a rod of iron. So what the dragon saw was a baby coming into the world that was going to supplant or replace him as a ruler. He didn't want the new ruler to supplant him, so he stood before the woman to devour her child as soon as it was born. Now, in this, sisters, there's a warning to you. We live in a time now, or at a time, when the enemy is upset over so many black babies coming on the planet. Who produces them? Who produces them? You do. So the book is telling you that at a certain point, the enemy is going to attack the black woman. And this is happening right now as we speak. The Ku Klux Klan has said from Atlanta, Georgia, I don't know whether you saw the television show, I didn't get a chance to see it, but I heard about it, that this man, Wayne Williams, that was accused of killing all those little boys and a few girls in Atlanta, that he really was innocent of that, but they suppressed information that would have led directly to the Ku Klux Klan, because they did not want black people to know that white people were killing young black boys while they were building Atlanta to be this great city with business opportunity. A race riot would have destroyed that image and set the city back. So they suppressed that evidence. According to this television show, Wayne Williams became the scapegoat while they knew it was members of the Ku Klux Klan. And one of these demons, members of the Ku Klux Klan, said that they were killing young boys, but they were going to start killing the black woman who produces these nigger children. Which, as you may recall, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, before he departed from us, he stopped our sisters from coming out to night meetings. Only the brothers came out at night. You remember that? There was no Wednesday night, no Friday night that the sisters came out. Just a skeleton crew of officials to handle the women who might come to the mosque. But the sisters were not here. He never let the sisters then have jobs at night. And he said that the sisters should not go out on the street at night unless you are accompanied by your father, your husband, or your brother. But you should not be alone in the streets at night. Now, this was in the 70s. Now we're in the 90s, and they are actually killing our women. We had a flyer where they were talking about black women who were domestics working in white communities, how they would be at the bus stops and they would attack them at the bus stops and kill them by injecting air into their veins with hypodermic needles. They said this publicly, and the dragon stood before the woman. On the purely physical level, sisters, you do not know how important you are to the future of the nation. And don't you realize that the enemy is set to destroy the black woman? Because if he destroys you, we have no future. Now, how does the dragon destroy the woman? I'm going to deal with it on the spiritual level also, but I want to deal physically with the sisters. Sisters, I was driving today, early this morning, and as I drove down 55th Street, I saw a sister standing by the bus stop. She didn't see me. I don't know the sister. She had on a dress of decent length. She had on a headpiece. She was covered. And she was sitting there. And as I drove by and I saw her, I said a prayer. I wanted to just stop and let her know how proud I was that she was there dressed in a manner that would protect her. When you dress in the way the messenger taught us to dress, there's protection for you, sisters. This Quran is not a book of lies. This is a book of truth. And it tells the Muslim woman, lower the hem of your garment, that you may be known. You don't want people not to know that you are the righteous. Because when you are known as the righteous, people think before they mess with you because they know you got protection. And they respect you when you respect yourself. I was proud of that sister. And I was going too fast to stop. But my mind told me just to stop and go over and thank her for striving to be right. And I know she would have been shocked to see Farrakhan and for me to stop her and congratulate her. Because to me, I appreciated her. This sister sitting right down in front, Sister Louise, no matter where I see you, sister, you are always dressed as a Muslim. And I want you to know from me publicly that I love you and I'm deeply respectful of you and honored, you know, that to know that I have a sister that will strive to be what the messenger asked. You know, you can testify to the rest of the sisters that as long as you dress like that, men don't whistle at you, they don't bother with you, they show you honor and respect. And I say this, sisters, and I will not force you to dress any way that you don't wish to dress. But you need protection in today's world. These people are so crazy, if they are raped by an 80-year-old woman, I mean, that is madness. But they do it. If they will molest a 6-month-old baby, then mothers, don't put your little girls in these little party clothes showing their little form and their little backside, and you think it's cute. There's some sick people in this world. Even in your own house, tell the girls when they reach puberty, you cannot walk around in your own house uncovered, careless the way you sit, careless the way you dress. You must cover, and a good mother will make her daughter cover or smack the hell out of her. If I was a mother, I'd whoop the hell out of you. You wouldn't have to walk around my house naked, but one time, when I get finished with your behind, you have some clothes on. And every time I see you, I'd blaze you until you got that message. You know why? There are too many brothers sleeping with their sisters. There are too many fathers trying to mess with their daughters. There's too many uncles trying to mess with their nieces. And you wives, you gotta be alert. You sleep too damn much. And you let your girls run around in a house and you're asleep while there's strange men in the house. You better wake up and smell the coffee before we charge you and beat the hell out of you for your neglect of your own children. You say that's awful. You say that's terrible for a man of God to speak like that. Let me tell you something. You ain't met a man of God yet. A man of God will not only beat you, he'll kill you. Go read your Bible. Men of God don't play with you. No. You know, our women are sacred and they're precious. I'm just saying this in this manner because you are so valuable. You are so precious in the sight of God. And for you not to put value on yourself and your daughters is sick. You just have to be a better and a stronger woman. You don't need no man if he's gonna molest your child. You are the protector of your daughter. Even if you gotta kill a nigga, you are supposed to protect your daughters. They may put you in jail, but you'll come out quick. Yeah, I killed him. I'm not sending you home to kill your husband. But man, if you're doing that, you're worthy of death. And there will come a time when that kind of penalty will be carried out. None of us is that holy and that righteous yet, but many of us are striving to get there. Brothers, we have to look to our women with honor and respect. These men, we are the protectors of our women. You can't protect nothing that you don't control. So as a man, a woman has to give us a certain measure of control. You can't take it, she has to give it. We have to be worthy of that measure that she gives us. A woman is not going to give control to a fool. Nor should a woman give control to a fool. I'm not teaching rebellion, just some common sense. Now, sisters, the dragon, let's look at that word dragon. I know Minister Ishmael explained it in FOI, but we want to say it again because we can drive it deeper just by repeating it. There's no such thing as a dragon. There's no animal called dragon, is there? You haven't gone to the zoo to see the dragon, have you? So there's no dragon then, is it? So if the Bible is talking about a dragon and there is no dragon in the zoo, and you don't know anybody that has seen a dragon, then it is a mythical animal. Is that right? It appears in mythology. Okay. But look at the word dragon. Dragon. When they say so-and-so is a drag, or the sissy goes out in drag, you understand what that means, right? He about to drag somebody down, faking like he's a woman. You think you got a woman and you take it to where you would take a woman and find out you got a man. Ain't that a drag? You get what you pay for these days, brother. You pay for a man, you got what you paid for. You're in trouble. A dragon. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, when the truth comes to you, me, us, you mount up on truth. You start getting a feeling of elevation because truth raises you. It elevates you. It dignifies you. Here comes a dragon. Not a real animal, but a dragon is one that they say breathes fire, right? The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that dragon means he drags you down off of the mount of truth that you have mounted up on. He drags you down and drags you out of the light into darkness again. Now the dragon could be your brother sitting next to you or your sister sitting next to you. How can my sister be a dragon? She don't look like that mythological creature to me. It ain't the looks, it's the action. You're a believer. You have come to faith, and somebody's sitting next to you breathing fire. Not that they got bad breath, and they may have. But even if they got sweet smelling breath, and they're speaking the word of disbelief after they believed, sitting next to you talking about, I don't believe this. I don't like, I think so-and-so, so-and-so, so-and-so. Man, I just hate this now. But, you know what I mean? I come in here, and I was, and you sitting there listening to this. All of a sudden, like fire on a piece of wood, you see it begin to shrivel up, you know. change form. So you sitting next to a dragon who's breathing fire on your faith, speaking the word of disbelief after they believe, then all of a sudden you start shriveling up.
Every Thursday night the vibe is set. Brother Leo and Sister Claudia, you won't forget. They're bringing truth, they're bringing light. Tune in, let them spark your mind tonight. The Imagination Show. Oh, every Thursday let it flow. Oh, Brother Leo, Sister Claudia, in the glow. It's the place to be, you already know. They talk that talk, they walk the walk, breaking it down, no need for small talk. Wisdom flying like the eagle's soar. You'll leave with more than you came here for. Open your heart, let your mind expand. Feel the rhythm, take a stand. The Imagination Show. Oh, every Thursday let it flow. Oh, Brother Leo, Sister Claudia, in the glow. It's the place to be, you already know. Open your heart, let your mind expand. Feel the rhythm, take a stand. The Imagination Show. Oh, every Thursday let it flow. Oh, Brother Leo, Sister Claudia, in the glow. It's the place to be, you already know. Soulful voices on the air, breaking barriers everywhere. Turn it up, don't let it fade. Thursday nights are tailor-made. Soulful voices on the air, breaking barriers everywhere. Turn it up, don't let it fade. Thursday nights are tailor-made.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful, I bear witness that there is no God but Allah, and I bear witness that Muhammad is his servant and messenger. I want to greet you, my dear beloved brothers and sisters. Those of you who are regulars at the Imagination Show, I want to greet you in the greeting words of peace. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Welcome, 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 dear beloved Imagination family, to another episode of the Imagination Show. You are looking at two people who are highly blessed and favored, and you are highly blessed and favored people if you were able to listen to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and fully comprehend the absolute beauty, the power, the majesty of the word that he shares with us on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, on a yearly basis for literally 70 plus years that this man has been teaching Black people and the members of the human family. You are highly blessed and favored if you understand fully and comprehend what this man gives to us each and every time that he takes to that podium and speaks to us. I want to greet you, family, in the greeting words of peace. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
And sitting next to me is my beloved wife and friend, Sister Claudia Muhammad.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful, I bear witness that there is no God but Allah, and I bear witness that Muhammad is his messenger. I greet you all in the greeting words of peace of Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, beloved.
And thank you once again for tuning in to another edition of the Image and Nation show. All praises due to Allah that we made it. We've got through the first week of 2026, and we must always give thanks and praise to Allah, who came in the person of Master Fard Muhammad. All praises due to Allah forever, because we must really show gratitude and not take this life for granted, because so many things are happening around us. So we thank Allah for our health. Our health is our wealth. We must really look after ourselves.
Absolutely.
The more we start on the inside, it will reflect on the outside. So let's go, look after ourselves and our families.
Yes, ma'am.
And thank you for your comments already.
Beautiful.
Praise be to Allah. Thank you, YouTube family, and thank you, Zoom family, for tuning in again.
All
Praise
praises
be
to Allah. Dear family, I must admit, there is a part of me tonight that's kind of bubbling with a little anger, if I'm honest with you, because listening to the minister, this particular subject really gets the fire going inside of me, because it's so serious. It really is, and it's a plague in the Black community. It's a plague throughout the world. Hypocrisy, conspiracy. But it really does injure, it really does hurt the Black community when we allow this thing to run rampant through our minds and through our hearts and in our communities and in our organizations and in our nation. And again, the reason we raised this particular issue is because it's been raised by the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad through the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, not for conjecture, not because we haven't got anything better to do, but because these are conditions, hypocrisy, conspiracy, that need to be cured within the Black community, need to be abolished, need to be done away with, need to be something of our past and not something in our present or future, because this is how the enemy is able to make gains against us. This is how the enemy is able to continuously hurt our growth and development, continuously thwart our ability to make progress and to grow and develop as a people. And so that's why we are addressing this particular subject at this early stage of 2026, because hypocrisy and conspiracy are manifested now all over the planet and all over the Black world. And if we are naive to how it manifests itself, then we can be vulnerable to it, either as perpetuators of it, as perpetrators of it, or as victims of it. And so, dear family, on the Image and Nation show, we are about the business of promoting a different type of image, a different type of nation, a different type of reality that we want to bring into reality, bring into fruition. And we know that if we can conceive it in our minds, we can make it real. And so, we want to really encourage you to appreciate that the Imagination Show is always a call to action.
That's right. And on that note, that is why this world pumps so much rubbish.
Pure rubbish, beloved.
Rubbish,
And
rubbish.
filth.
Yeah, rubbish, filth, to keep that lower self fed all the time, so that we're watching everybody else's life and our lives are going past. So
Going past us.
that's why this year is God's time and our time to really just go for it and just make that change and
Absolutely.
be creative. We're such a creative people. Everybody
We are the
copies us.
creative.
Yes, everybody copies us, everything that we do. So, let's start making a change and make that separation from Satan's world. We've got to separate. It's our time to separate.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that separation, dear family, just begins with a thought.
In the mind.
It's the thought process, man.
That's right.
As a man, as a woman thinketh, so is he, so is she.
That's right.
All on the thoughts.
That's
because
right.
then from the thoughts come the words, from the words come the deeds. But we've got to fix our thinking.
That's right.
Because the way we think is a significant and major part of this problem of hypocrisy and conspiracy. Dear family, please remember at this time to call a family member, a loved one, somebody that you care about. Let them know that the Imagination Show is live right now on Zoom and also on YouTube. Also, dear family, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Imagination Show. As always, I'm going to threaten to have a nice, succinct show this evening, because we don't always have to be long-winded, but certainly we have to be as sharp as we possibly can in getting a clear word delivered.
That's right.
To those of you who take the time each week to tune in. And as Sister Claudia said, we really, really thank you, dear family, for your wonderful contributions, for your messages, for the questions that you pose. And we will always attempt to engage with you on that level so that this is as interactive and as, participatory as possible. Dear family, welcome to episode 216 of the Imagination Show. Today is Thursday, January the 8th, 2026. Wow. We are in a brand new year. We started last week on the 1st of January. That was our first show of the year.
Right.
And here we are, 8 days in already. As stated already, the title of the show is The Manifestation of Hypocrisy and Conspiracy. And we want to get right into it at this time. I do hope you were listening to the minister, man, because I'm telling you, family, some of those things that you heard the minister talk about, especially when it comes to the type of abuse and the things that go on in the family homes of our people. I mean, this is real, man. And it's very, very upsetting because too many of us don't appreciate just how serious a dilemma we are in as long as we continue to manifest, the attitudes and the type of spirit of a world like this, which is really very, very evil. And then we become reflections of that evil, and we really start to perpetrate that evil, and it must end.
That's right.
It really must end. Dear family, the subject of hypocrisy and conspiracy is not a topic to play with because of the serious consequences when one comes into contact, either as a perpetrator or as a victim of these two evils. As you can see and hear, in a minute, we're going to play the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. As you will see and hear, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan's spirit when addressing this issue is one of righteous indignation. He's really angry, and I really want you to grip and hold on to that spirit of the minister, because unless we approach it in this manner and understand how devastating it is when we manifest, hypocrisy and conspiracy, then we'll never ever fully be able to deal with this. It's righteous indignation, especially when we, the so-called believers, are manifesting these traits. When we're doing that, it's bad enough our people who may not know the teachings, may not know the truth, are caught up in a world like this and they're manifesting that. But when we, the so-called believers, are manifesting these traits, while we are the people who have been blessed to receive the word of God, and some of us will still turn back after belief into disbelief. So please, family, let's listen to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan addressing this subject.
The devil has come down unto you with great wrath, knowing that he only has a short time left. He's filling the jails with you. Filling the jails with you now. He's taking your babies from you under all kind of false pretenses.
And I hope we understand that. I hope we understand that the prisons full of black people, not just men, but women. I hope we appreciate how they're taking our children, how they've diminished parental rights, and parents no longer have rights over their children, and this is not some accident. This is by design. This is Satan now moving in a very deliberate fashion to try to influence our families. Go ahead.
Just on that note, I'll read what Miss Anthrope said. Sadly, there are a large number of children in the foster care system due to parent neglect / irresponsibility. The foster system itself damages many an innocent child.
Absolutely, beloved. Absolutely. That so-called in the UK is called the care system, and I can assure you it does not care.
Filling the jails with you now. He's taking your babies from you under all kind of false pretenses. He got you now so hateful of your men. I understand, sisters. It's justified. Bunch of damn dogs. How in the hell could you be a man and lay with your own daughter? How could you be a man and lay with your granddaughter, your niece, or even fondle your nephew? What has happened? What has happened to you? He's made us all deviate. We're in the choir now.
And it's us. It's amazing to me, Sister Claudia, looking at this world today, where now when they talk about LGBTQ and all of this kind of stuff, it's us that are supposed to be in the vanguard of it. Right. We're the ones, and even in the church, and these places where it's supposed to be a place of righteousness, where the name of God is revered, and where we are trying to make ourselves better. But we've been so co-opted as a
Yes.
people that oftentimes we're the ones who are in the vanguard
right.
of this type of crazy
Yes.
debauchery and corruption. And yeah, under the quiet in the black community, there's a lot of abuse.
Yeah, a lot.
See, and then what they've done is they've manufactured a huge divide between the black man and the black woman.
And also by design, when they talk about gays and lesbians, how does black always come into it? They always like to say gays, lesbians, black.
Right, exactly. And again, that was a very clever use of language.
That's right.
You see, to rope us into this idea that we're this minority. We're not a minority as black people on the planet, beloved.
That's right.
We are the majority on the planet. We're not a minority. And once we accept that language, what do they say? What is it that they use in this country? In the UK, it's ethnic minority.
Ethnic minority.
But when you go to the etymological root of ethnic, it means one who is literally like a heathen, a disbeliever. You see, you've got to understand how these people deliberately use language to fool us into accepting and adopting ways of life that turns us into hypocrites and then cause us to join a conspiracy, often a conspiracy that's against our own self. Right. My God, my God.
We're in the pulpit now. He has made us all deviate. Here you walking with that thong in your behind. And now it's the ass shaking contest. Yes, you know what I'm saying. It ain't a brain moving contest. It's an ass shaking contest. And you want to be the new winner. Don't look at me like I'm saying something foul with your foul ass self.
Yeah, you see, I really wonder sometimes if we appreciate what God has done for us in giving us a teacher who is unafraid of us and will tell us the truth about the level and the degree of corruption and madness that we've sunk into. You know, like we're in the street now and you see, you know, women, sisters with literally a thong, if that, you know, and it's crazy because once upon a time, and somebody already touched on it in the chat, and we're going to touch on it more. So once upon a time, that would be seen as, what's the word? Disgraceful. It would be seen as low down to go out with your private parts in the public. The satanic designers, they've now designed the clothes specifically designed to bring your private parts into the public arena. Whereas the whole idea of them being private is that nobody is supposed to be able to see them, map them, imprint them.
That's right.
But this is now just the norm. And if you mention it, people are looking at you like you're crazy.
Yes. And what they're finding in the stores, in the shops, recently, my sister was telling me she works in a store where the women they're not changing in the changing room. They're taking their clothes off in the store.
Public.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, just take top off, the breast all out.
Wow. No shame. No shame no more. There's no shame anymore. Do you understand what Satan has done to us, beloved? Because that's not us, you know.
No, it's not.
I know you think because you've been so brainwashed by the propaganda that they've been feeding us our whole lives about nakedness in Africa and all this kind of stuff. No, beloved, we were dressed in silken robes in Africa before we got naked. We got naked when we became associated with them. I mean, oh man, I wish we would study.
something foul with your foul ass self. I know it's rough. I know it's rough. Damn it, but you better hear it from me because there's something coming behind me. Well, I never heard a man of God talk like that. You ain't never met a man of God. There was a time, sisters, when your underwear wouldn't be pleasing on a clothesline that your neighbor could see. Do you remember them days?
That's what one of you said in the chat a little bit earlier, and you're absolutely right.
Yeah. In
my lifetime,
yes,
that was what it was like. Growing up in Jamaica, the women wouldn't put their underclothes on the line outside. That would be reserved for a special kind of line that would be developed in a private part of the yard or indoors. You see, that's how much level of shame and concern that they had for the privacy of underclothes.
right.
Now the underclothes are designed to be worn as overclothes.
That's right.
These sheer things that
Like
are now
satin
see-through.
camisole.
That used to be underclothes.
Yes, it used to, but not anymore. I don't know if it's like that in America, but
Oh, yeah.
over here,
Believe me.
people, they go out in their dressing gown,
Yeah. Oh,
to the
yeah.
shop.
Yeah. Now.
pajamas.
Yeah. Now. It's and look so sloppy as well now.
Yes, yeah. Dirty.
There's no more dress code, you know. But this again, I'm telling you, is by design.
That's right.
You're damn right you do, but you're forgetting today your drawers is all out in the public now. I can see the line of your panties now. Your breast line, neckline cut so low, your breast damn near falling out. How in the hell can a man think a sane thought with something tight up in your crotch and you know damn well where his eyes are? Ain't one of you dumb. You just low down. You're not dumb. You've deviated from God, and damn it, you either come back or you die like you are.
I want you to really appreciate what kind of a man, what kind of a teacher
That's right.
God has given us.
That's right.
Family. Because this man don't play.
No.
And this man spares nobody, not one of us. It don't matter who we think we are. I want you to listen well and listen good, because the minister is one of the most beautiful teachers when it comes to uplifting and elevating the woman. But he's not going to play with the women when it comes to this type of reality, nor does he play with us as men. And, you know, some of us think that, oh, because we're believers, the minister is just talking to, you know, those who are disbelievers or don't believe or don't know the teachings. Nah, man, he's talking to the so-called believers as well. See? And sometimes more so us, because we're the ones. I think the scripture says judgment begins in the house.
Yeah.
Understand this. Go ahead,
As the
sister.
minister said, the real you is not what we see in public, it's how you are in your home.
In your home.
That is the real you, where the quietness in your home. But some of these arts, Miss Anthro, no, Any Wright has asked Brother Leo, do you know the name of this lecture?
I think the lecture is actually called Hypocrisy and Conspiracy. Please don't quote me. I'm not 100%
Well,
sure.
we'll get it.
I'll get the fullness of it at some point and let you know. I'm not 100% sure what the title is.
Also,
Dear
sorry.
family.
And Miss Anthrope said, even women, gospel artists and women ministers are wearing immodest clothing. Children/teens are watching this behavior. Yeah, actually, do you remember what I showed you? It was an Islamic wedding.
Oh my God. And then you had that
The naked woman.
a naked belly dancing type of woman in the middle of an Islamic wedding where everybody's dressed modestly, but then you got this half naked woman shaking her backside in the faces.
Yeah.
It just
didn't make any sense.
It's a real
It's Satan's world.
contradiction.
Satan.
You see?
Satan's got us.
You know, family, honestly, I hope we understand why such a subject is so important, because we've really got to avoid this conspiracy.
That's right.
You come out and meet me with clothes on. But how does the city see you tomorrow? Damn.
See, that's the hypocrisy. When we go to the mosque and we in front of the minister, we might dress in a particular way, but how do we go into the street the day after or even that night? You see? And this is what's got to stop. We can't be a people who speak all the right words, but when we, as Sister Claudia said, when we're behind closed doors, man, it's like we're just low down and filthy. Or when we're in some other place in the public where we think we are not being seen, you see? And that goes for the way we dress, the way we look, but it also goes for our behavior, the things we do, the things we say, you see? Because not only is God watching, not only does God see everything that we do, but guess who else is watching? Satan's watching.
That's right.
See? And when we are manifesting behavior that's other than ourselves, that's what Satan latches onto, man.
That's right.
You know, Satan he can use somebody like you. He can use somebody like me if we are in deviation away from our God self. Family. Minister is on fire today.
You come out and meet me with clothes on. But how does the city see you tomorrow? Damn hypocrisy. You like showing your behind. You're damn right I'm going to teach that truth. Because I tell you, I'm sick of it and I'm sick of you.
And I just want you, you know, the minister said you like to show it. Just think about it. Think about when I'm talking to women now, not so much men. I mean, unless they're gay men. But the women, when you look back in the mirror, what is it that you're looking at? See, nothing wrong with looking back in the mirror, you know, to look at how you look overall. But is the emphasis on your backside? And are you wearing clothes specifically designed to enhance and to emphasize? Have you seen what's going on? No, but because they're now building special clothing to elevate the backside. What do they call it? Brazilian butt and all kinds of fake stuff now. I mean, come on. Why would you want somebody to just be staring at that part of your anatomy?
So embarrassing.
But this is how we want to be in the public now. It's like that's what it's all about now.
To get the attention.
It's either, what is it? boobs and butts. That's what it's all about now for so many of our people. And sadly, for a lot of our young girls, this is how they've been styled. This is how they've been groomed
That's
now,
right.
so that they think that this is the way for them to get a man, or for them to get a partner, or for them to get a love, but it's just the wrong type of attention, family.
No, but what's even worse now are sisters. Why, sisters, why are we getting lip filler?
Sisters are doing that now as well.
Yes.
Crazy, beloved.
Why? What's
The
going
enemy
on?
started doing that to try and get black
Yeah.
lips that look like black people.
Right now, black women are putting fillers in their lips.
I call them windscreen lips. It's when you see them driving in the car and the lips like they're touching the windscreen of the car. Man, we are in deep trouble, family.
And if you don't clean up, I'm throwing you back in that filth that's out there, because that's what you're bringing in here, and that got to get the hell up out of here.
The minister is warning us in the mosque, in the nation of Islam, to clean up, because we're bringing the world into Islam. We're bringing the world into the mosque. It's like we think that we're going to convert the nation into the world. No, family. And some of us think that, the teachings, that aspect of modesty and being righteous is like that's maybe it's passe, it's old. Now we're going to move into the modern era where all of that stuff can go out the window and we can start to emulate the world. No, family. Love of this world is enmity to God. I hope you're listening. I really do.
Some of you bow tie wearing niggas, low life niggas, you can't.
Did you hear that? Bow tie wearing niggas. See? Because remember, I've got to be straight up with you, family. It's not everybody that you see wearing this bow tie in the Nation of Islam is really with the program. Understand this. We're dealing today with hypocrisy and conspiracy. And the enemy is in the ranks. And the enemy is working overtime, 24 hours, 7 days a week. So don't think that just because we put on this bow tie and this suit that we are the righteous. And the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan knows this. That's why he's teaching like this. Because all the hypocrites have got to get out. See? All the conspirators have got to get out. They've got to go.
Sorry, and brother Leo.
Go
Brother
ahead.
Daniel E. Muhammad. Yeah, the video, the lecture is Respite Me.
Till they are raised. Yeah. Respite me till they are raised. That's a scripture found in the Holy Quran where Satan tells Allah that, because Allah basically has condemned him, he said, give him some time until they are raised. Who are they? They is us, me and you today, the people who are made spiritually deaf, dumb, and blind, the people who are killed spiritually after being enslaved for 400 years, destroyed as a human reality. Satan said, let me run amok, let me do all of my evil until they are raised.
And he's done it now.
Come on, man. That's what he's done. He's had a field day. But guess what? Job. Today we are being raised.
That's right.
And so we can't lay down today and be that kind of low down, punkified black man and woman who's still wallowing in the mud of the white man's wicked and low down civilization. That day is done. That day is over. Yes, we may have been prodigal. prodigal son, prodigal daughter. But today we can repent from that, come away from that, and come back to our righteous nature and our righteous self. Wow.
Some of you bow tie wearing niggas, low life niggas, you can't wait to get one of these and destroy their morals when they're trying.
And understand that's what the enemy does.
That's right.
He sends black, not men, he sends black niggers. It's very important that you understand the difference between a black man and a nigger. See, God makes man, the white man makes niggers. And when you see us reveling in nigger this, nigger that, and we love to use that terminology, that's not what God made, family. God made a man. He said, let us make man. The white man said, let's make niggers. And so you have niggers who come into the nation with the express and sole purpose of trying to turn out one of our sisters, or more than one of our sisters. The idea being to destroy her morals, to bring her down, to drag her down. A dragon, man. And then you got some nigger sisters sent in for the same purpose. Understand how this thing works. There is hypocrisy and conspiracy running rampant today, dear family. And it's not just out there like in the white man's world. It's very much in our world as a people trying to liberate ourselves, trying to get back with our God.
Damn it, I'd rather have one or two with me. To hell with the rest of you. If that's what you want, then you go where you're happy. If you like it in the filth, go and bury yourself in the filth, because that's where they're going to find you. Savior said you clean up or you're out of luck with us. Clean it up. I don't know that you will or you won't. You talk that now. But what will be the voice in your ear tonight?
The whispering of the slinking devil, who whispers into the hearts of men from among the jinn and the men. See, be careful who uses your ears as a toilet. Be careful what you expose yourself to and who you listen to. See, because oftentimes you are listening to a dragon, one who's going to drag you down from that elevated place that God is trying to put you on. Be careful, family. This is real.
The mosque has to be made into an example. You can't say I'm a fisherman and bring the lost and founds and then bury yourself in the mud and filth of the world, thinking that as long as you bring people, you can keep on doing filth.
Just think about that. Think about that mentality where some of us think that if we bring a few people to the mosque, recruit a few people, then that gives us carte blanche to do filth among the ranks of the believers and out in the street, and wherever we go, we can do all kinds of crazy stuff because, oh, I brought some people to the mosque. Or in the church, it's like, oh, I paid a certain amount of money. If we got money and we pay a certain amount of charity, we think that gives us liberty to be able to do filth, and somehow, you know, the officials are supposed to maybe turn a blind eye because you're such a great fisherman or fisherwoman, or you're such a great giver of charity. No, it don't work like that, family.
And that's how this world is.
Yeah.
You pass a little brown envelope
Mm.
and then you do what you feel.
Mm. See? And you know, again, I heard the Honourable Minister Louis Farrakhan give this description, you know, of the young man who's helping the old lady across the road with her heavy shopping.
Yes.
And on the surface, it looks wonderful. Wow,
Right.
look at that young man helping that old lady across the road with her shopping. But what you didn't notice was that as he took her shopping from her to help her across the road with that shopping, he also took her purse from off the top of the shopping. You see? So he used that big action to disguise the filthy, low-down, small action, which was to steal her purse. We can't be that kind of people, beloved.
That's right.
You see? That's hypocrisy. And that's a part of the deceptive conspiracy which governs this world. Make no mistake about it. They're trying to, you know, put you off by, conspiracy theory, conspiracy theory, conspiracy theory. Let me tell you something. This entire system that we live in today is one massive conspiracy where different elements come together, they get together, and I'm telling you, they've got diabolical, unlawful, low-down plans for humanity. It is a conspiracy. And you better be very mindful and very careful that you and I don't become a part of that conspiracy unwittingly. And by the way, you know, this subject is taken from our study material, study guide, but we'll get a little bit deeper into that. Let's listen to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Wow.
You don't think that there's a day of reckoning? I just come over here and look at some of my ministers. See all that crap that's going on? Your days are numbered.
Who's the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan talking to there? He goes over to have a look at his ministers. Because again, some of us think that because we are called brother, student, minister, such and such, that somehow we are above criticism, we are above scrutiny, we're above correction, we're above, you know, doing that which God puts on every single one of us to do. So the minister addresses his ministers and warns them that some of that stuff that we are doing has to stop, you see, because punishment and judgment begins in the house, dear family.
See all that crap that's going on? Your days are numbered. I don't care how high you are. I don't give a damn. Because God is no respecter of persons. He'll bust our behind right on down because he don't need one of us. And I'm coming to the point where I don't need one of us either. God damn it, we either get it cleaned up or get the hell on out of here.
Oh Allah, Master Farad Muhammad, we thank you continuously over and over again for giving us such magnificent guidance in the persons of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. What would we do without these wonderful, beautiful human beings?
That's right.
Dear family, a definition of hypocrisy, it says the practice of claiming to have higher standards or more noble beliefs than is the case. See, that's a hypocrite, man. We love to give the impression that we are so much better, more superior, than this one or that one. Hypocrisy is the practice of feigning what one is not or professing what one does not believe. The word hypocrisy entered the English language with the meaning the sin of pretending to virtue or goodness. Today, in the modern era, hypocrisy often refers to advocating behaviors that one does not practice. Being two-faced, man. We're wearing masks. Nobody really sees the true person. Everything is a contradiction. Everything is deceptive. And we have to come away from that Decepticon, that deceptive characteristic, that deceptive nature. Look, family, I trained as an actor. And I remember in one of the classes in our acting course that we were doing in the college, I remember a particular lesson. And in that lesson, listen to what we had to do. We had to say to another classmate, we had to tell them something, but mean the complete opposite. Did you hear what I said? We had to tell them something, but deliberately mean something completely the opposite to what we were saying to that person. And as God is my witness, I struggled in that lesson, in that class. I saw a lot of the other students, man, they were very comfortable with it. They were able to be so deceptive that they were saying one thing while meaning another thing. I mean, I did the lesson, but as God is my witness, I was very uncomfortable. And I found it very difficult to say one thing while meaning something completely the opposite. That was a real struggle, but that's part of the type of things that you have to do to be a good actor. See? You have to be able to pretend. You have to be deceptive. And far too many of us today are like that in our natural, everyday expressions. It's like we can't string together two straight words. We can't give a straight answer. We're like these politicians. Hypocrisy, dear family, is pretending to be what you are not, or pretending to believe something that you do not. Hypocrisy is a situation in which someone pretends to believe something that they do not really believe, or that is the opposite of what they do or say at another time. I mean, I hope you get it, right? But we've in the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, believe it or not, listen to the mission. Listen to the mission of the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. The mission is to raise the dead to life. However, the methodology for raising the dead to life, listen to what the mission is: to give a clear word. Very simple. Give a clear word. No ambiguity. Give a clear word so that when you speak, people, okay, I hear that, I get that, I understand that. And we're taught to say what we mean and mean what we say.
That's right.
But unfortunately, we live in a world where, man, that's just not the way people conduct themselves anymore. And you, brother, you, sister, you have to be on the lookout for that type of deception, because when you meet that type of deception, you ought to run a mile, or at least expose it, but don't go along with it. You know how we're taught in the Nation of Islam? You know, you meet people and they tell you some filth about somebody else. Oh, you know, brother Leo, man, you don't want to trust that brother because he does this and he does that. Do you know what we're taught to do under those circumstances? Under those circumstances, the next time you're with that person who told you that about brother Leo, when brother Leo shows up, you're supposed to say to that person, oh, by the way, such and such, that what you told me about brother Leo the other day, could you say it again now that he's here?
And
What did I say? And they start doing double speak and backflips. See, that's how you got to deal, you know, because people will come and tell you all kinds of crap, but ask them to repeat it, okay, in front of the one that they're talking about, and you might see a different manifestation of hypocrisy. The Native Americans said that the white man speaks with a forked tongue because he speaks out of both sides of his mouth at the same time. He says one thing, but he means another. He's a liar. He's a liar by nature. This is he has the tongue of a snake. It's crooked, it's twisted, it's bent, it's got no backbone to it. There's no uprightness in it. It's twisty. The words that are being spoken to deceive, to hoodwink, to fool, to bamboozle, to confuse. Words are being spoken to destroy. Come on, family. Go ahead.
Like the youth today, the words that they use, who understands what they're saying? I heard my niece, she was saying 6, 7. What
are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't know if anybody's heard. Young people, they say 6, 7. I don't know if you say 6. I don't know. And then I looked it up, but it doesn't mean anything.
No, but even worse than that, Sister Claudia, you see now, there's no real expression, language. Now
you don't understand.
Yeah, now it's like, yo, boom. What does that mean? You see, what's happened is that the people they're being dumbed down to the degree where it's no longer necessary to string a sentence together. It's no longer, you know, like you see how boring I am. When I write a text message, every word is spelled out. I'm old school, man. This abbreviated language now.
Isn't it? Why? What do you mean? YM?
Or why are you? Yeah. What? I mean, I don't understand none of that stuff. I don't understand that stuff. Maybe LOL, laugh out loud, whatever. It's just a nonsense. And we don't understand that we're being deceived and we're being dumbed down. Where we can't use joined up language anymore.
Well, it's not clear. It's no longer a clear word, because I saw this lovely young brother. He was talking about clothing and he was saying, yeah, this is warm. Yeah, this one is warm, but he's saying it's good, or this one is cold, or but it's just completely changed. It's not a clear word that they're speaking by design.
By design. By design. You know, it's not that we can't use some slang on occasion, but that should never be the norm. That should not be our vocabulary. Our vocabulary should be full of words,
and well spoken,
designed to be able to explain complex things in simple ways. But if we haven't got the vocabulary, then we become, you know, a people who are then just cannon fodder, man, to be used by those who use and know language. I hope you get it, family. I'm not going to spend a long time this evening. Really going to just hit this point and just make it, abundantly clear that these two conditions, hypocrisy and conspiracy, are very, very horrible traits. Hypocrisy breeds conspiracy. Let me say that again. Hypocrisy breeds conspiracy. You know, hypocrisy gives birth to conspiracy. Because the hypocrite, like the mood of misery, loves and needs company. A miserable person seeks out other miserable people so they can wallow in their misery. Well, hypocrisy is like that. Hypocrites love other hypocrites because they go along with one another. They become good bedfellows. And so a conspiracy is the action of conspiring. It is a combination of persons of or for an evil or unlawful purpose. To conspire is from a Latin word meaning to breathe together. Think about that. My God. That's when you're a conspirator, you're breathing the same type of breath, the same type of inspiration, the same type of attitude as the other. It means to accord, be at one, see? Accord, to harmonize, agree, combine, or unite in a purpose to plot mischief together and secretly. That's what really makes it a conspiracy. It's the secret aspect of it. It especially applies to treason and murder. See, this is, you know, such one of the reasons why it has to be eliminated, because again, they just plotted the other day to try to kill Ibrahim Traore again. They tried to engineer a coup again, and it never stops. Trump just engineered the kidnap of a president. If you look at the image on the screen, and this is a book. I haven't read the book, but this is a book. The title of the book is Signs of Hypocrite and the People They Target. And you look at the image, they're both there with knives behind their backs while shaking hands. This is the world that we live in, man.
Yeah, I think when I was growing up, when at school you'd make a promise, but they'd say if you've kept your finger crossed behind your back, then
then the promise doesn't count. Wow. Wow. You know, these so-called Jews, they wrote a book called the Talmud, which is like they use it, it supersedes the Torah. You know, I mean, these people are some sick people. And in that Talmud, they say things like, yeah, you don't have to keep your word. You don't have to honor contracts with certain people, with the goyim, with the people that they regard as cattle. You see, and everything is about deception and being two-faced and evil, low down. They've codified in the Talmud that you can sleep with a baby.
No, but that's what they say that you must do. Sleep with a young.
Sleep with a child.
Yes.
You see,
Baby.
have sexual relations with a child. And then we wonder, you see all these black people doing this filth and crazy stuff now, because we've learned it from our former slave master and their children, man. Treason and murder. This is what plagues African nations today. This is why African nations struggle to be liberated. This is why Caribbean nations struggle to be liberated, because within the ranks of the leadership of so many of these nations, you got conspirators and traitors. Around the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, there are conspirators and traitors. Hear me well. Working for the FBI, working for the CIA, working for Mossad. And only by the grace and mercy of Almighty God Allah do we have our leader, teacher, and guide, 92 years old, after many attempts on his life.
That's right.
With Comandante Fidel Castro, they tried to kill him over 300 times. And they still got Cuba in their crosshairs today. Still got Cuba boycotted, still got Cuba under sanctions, trying to force the people to overthrow their own government. This is how wicked these people are, man. Hypocrisy and conspiracy is their way of life. It's their way of life. And we've got to learn about it, see if we identify it within ourselves, within our own ranks, and eliminate it, man. The legal definition of conspiracy is as follows. This is their legal definition. A combination or confederacy between two or more persons formed for the purpose of committing by their joint efforts some unlawful or criminal act, or some act which is lawful in itself but becomes unlawful when done by the concerted action of the conspirators, or for the purpose of using criminal or unlawful means to the commission of an act not in itself unlawful. That's the legal definition. It continues, dear family. You see the two devils whispering? You know, I've had complaints, when I'm talking on the phone. So you talk too loud. Me, I can't whisper. Why am I whispering on the phone? I just, because I don't like to put the phone, talking about these, in America, you call them cell phones. Here we say the mobile. But I don't really like to put it to my ear because I think, there's all this radiation stuff and whatever. So I tend to put my phone on speakerphone, and I just speak into it and I let the other person speak, and I can hear them. But I tend, when I speak, to just speak plain. I'm not into whispering on the phone. People just talking. So I don't like whispering. I don't like it. It's something very surreptitious and nasty about that whispering, that slinking, sneaking behavior. Whenever I'm in the company of people and I see them start whispering, I look at them there. Why don't you want people to hear what you have to say? What is it that you're saying that is so low down or filthy or secret that you've got to, go in a private place and talk then, whatever. But, you're in the public whispering. Nah, I don't like it, family. And I'm not suggesting that everybody who whispers something to somebody else.
Have to.
Yeah, sometimes, you're saying something that just needs to be said quietly to the person you're saying it to. You don't want everybody to hear what you're saying. I understand that. I get that. But we're talking about when it's really criminal. You understand? We're talking about really when it's unlawful. We're talking about those secret councils, those secret get-togethers for mischief and the shedding of blood. We continue. A person is guilty of conspiracy with another person or persons to commit a crime if, with the purpose of promoting or facilitating its commission, he or she, A, agrees with such other persons that they or one or more of them will engage in conduct which constitutes such crime, or an attempt or solicitation to commit such crime. Or, this is still the legal definition, or B, agrees to aid such other person or persons in the planning or commission of such crime, or of an attempt or solicitation to commit such a crime. Conspiracy is a crime in itself and is distinct from the crime it contemplates, the target crime. So, all of that, because again, I gave you the legal definition because I'm trying to show you even the way these people make it so complicated, but it really isn't. And essentially what they're saying here is that a conspiracy, just the conspiracy itself is a crime. Never mind what you're conspiring to do. See, that's how the law sees conspiracy. They take it very, very serious because by its very nature, conspiracy is very rarely a good thing. Do you understand, family? You know, like for instance, let's take the Nation of Islam. You know that the Nation of Islam doesn't have any secret agenda. There's no secret aspect to the Nation of Islam where, you know, we've got to get in a room and whisper and hide what we're about, whatever. No, the Nation of Islam, everything is above board. You know, we teach about God coming, we teach what he taught, we teach about the weapon that he has, which is the mothership, and the baby ships, the baby wheels that are 1,500 in number within. We teach about the bombs that are on there's no secret aspect to our teachings. There's no conspiracy of silence. I just want us to think about that. See, there's no hidden agenda because Almighty God Allah is open. And understand this, dear family. You know, some of us are part of the conspiracy and we don't even know it.
That's right.
But we've been played like puppets. Somebody's pulling our strings. Somebody's pushing our buttons because Satan, he observes us. And some of us now, Sister Claudia, every single thing that we do, it's online.
Oh God, everything.
We're going on holiday. Everybody has to know. We I don't know, we're gonna have something to eat.
It's online.
Everybody's got to know what we're gonna eat, where we're going to eat. I mean, man, we're some silly people. See, every element of our life has got to be online.
That's right.
Why? So that Satan can play us. He knows all about us. She knows all about you.
And all your domestic affairs online.
Everything is online. Why? Well, what kind of attention are you seeking?
Right.
You think it's going to be good intention? No, family. Satan he's just hoovering up all of this information. Then he uses it. He plays it back, man. And when time is ready, because he knows every single thing about you, you've made yourself a moving target, a sitting duck. Maybe not even a moving target, just you know, you see these duck shoots. I mean, we really have to learn, dear family, what we're doing to inadvertently or unwittingly be a part of the conspiracy. In some jurisdictions, the definition continues, in some jurisdictions, an overt act is required for it to be called a conspiracy. You have to do something overtly that can be recognized. In some, it is not. A conspiracy may be a continuing one. Yeah, a conspiracy doesn't have to be something that starts today and finishes tomorrow, or starts today and finishes today. Right. A conspiracy may be a continuing one. Actors may drop out and others may drop in. The details of operation may change from time to time. The members need not know each other or the part played by others. A member need not know all the details of the plan or operations. A member need not know that the target crime is a crime.
That's right.
Wow. I heard the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan saying one time that, you know, how the devil is, I'm just paraphrasing, this is not quoting the minister, paraphrasing what he said, but he basically how the devil ferments the hatred against the minister, ferments the hatred against the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. It makes it that you have some foolish person thinking that if they were to do harm to the minister or do harm to the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, they'd be doing God a favor. This is how ignorant some of us are, where we've been fed so much slop from the enemy that we now think we suck it all up and we believe the lies that he's told. And so there are lots of us like that right now. We hate certain people. Why do we hate them? Because we've been fed information, false information, lies about the person from the media.
That's right. By
From
design.
the government.
By design.
Yeah. And we want to do, we in our minds, we would like to do harm to that person based on what we've been fed.
That's right.
And what we've been fed is lies. But we're so ignorant, we don't even know how to discern or check for ourselves or prove the matter for ourselves. We just
go along.
In some jurisdictions, an overt act is required. In some, it's not. A conspiracy may be a continuing one. Actors may drop out and others may drop in. The details of operation may change from time to time. The members need not know each other. You know, because like when these two devils, Bush and Blair, planned their plan to go to Iraq and destroy that nation on the basis of a big lie, weapons of mass destruction. So many people participated in it, but the vast majority of them had no idea what they were really a part of. You had people who saw the Twin Towers come down and were so outraged by 3,000 people dying on that day that they said, "Oh man, I'm going to join the military, you know, because we've got to get our revenge." And they ended up in Iraq thinking that they're doing something good, when in reality they were part of a grand plan that they knew nothing about. Wow. The members need not know each other or the part played by others. A member need not know all the details of the plan or operations. A member need not know that the target crime is a crime. To be a conspirator or co-conspirator, one only needs to agree to become a party to a plan to effectuate the purpose of the conspiracy. I hope you get it, family. You know, hypocrisy and conspiracy is very, very real. Very, very real. And it's really ill affecting our abilities today to really move and do the things that God desires for us to do in order for us to become the beautiful human beings that he created us to be in the first place. In the Holy Quran, chapter 9, verse 67, section 9, entitled The Hypocrites, it says, the hypocrites, men and women, are all alike. And one of the reasons I wanted to quote this scripture, because, you know, again, some of us, when we talk about hypocrites, we automatically, I don't know, conjure up an image of a man. The men and women are alike. That's right. Don't think that it's just men who are these hypocrites. Women are used. That's what Jezebel is all about. That's what Delilah is all about. These are women who lend themselves to conspiracy and oftentimes are more successful practitioners because they are least suspected, unlike the men are suspected. The hypocrites, men and women, are all alike. They enjoin evil and forbid good and withhold their hands. They hide their hands. They hide what they do. They have forsaken Allah, so he has forsaken them. This is, if you was listening to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan earlier on, he explained this. How when we turn hypocrite, Allah will keep us turning into that hypocritical fashion, that hypocritical way, and he will make us to live the life of a hypocrite.
And that's why they make these programs with the women, Real Housewives, or
oh my God,
you know, just for that, bringing the women down, talking all this
gossip.
And hypocrisy. They talk about each other, then they smile in each other's. That's right. All by design.
Making it a way of life.
That's right.
And just normal.
Yeah.
They have forsaken Allah. So he has forsaken them. Surely the hypocrites are the transgressors. Allah promises the hypocrites, men and women, and the disbelievers, the fire of hell to abide in it. Dear family, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said it earlier on. Understand that the hypocrite is more hated, even more hated than the disbeliever by God.
That's right.
See, a disbeliever, at least the disbeliever has just been honest. I don't believe. That's fine. Allah accepts that stance from the disbeliever. But to be a hypocrite, to say that you believe and then go back on your belief secretly while pretending to be a believer, man, that one there, that's the one that's going to find themselves in the lowest depth of the fire of hell. See, I use this picture because look at these people, man, sitting around in the Oval Office, plotting and scheming, trying to make out to the world that they're good guys, when in reality they're the most evil,
satanic,
you know, war criminals, convicted criminals, and pretenders. That's who they are, dear family. That's who they are. I hope everybody is good. We are coming towards the zenith, towards the conclusion of our presentation this evening. I pray that, you know, you're getting good guidance and good teaching from what Allah is blessing us to share with you. Look at this headline on this video. It says, in 2019, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan warned of US action in Venezuela. And, you know, I sent this video into one of our groups in the Nation of Islam. And on it, I said to the believers, that we get our news way in advance.
What kind of president calls somebody in the house of another, Guaido, and tells him,
let me start it again.
You're trying to take Maduro out of office and get control of the largest oil reserve in the world. What kind of president calls somebody in the house of another, Guaido, and tells him, you can be the next president? But Maduro was voted in. You say, well, it wasn't a free and fair election. Do you remember Jimmy Carter? He'd been watching elections, over 104 of them. And he said, I'm quoting the former president, he said that the voting in Venezuela is some of the best that he has seen in 104 countries where he has looked at elections. Now, I don't know the truth, but I think Jimmy Carter has no reason to lie on Maduro. But you see, when you're a hustler, when you're a thief, when you want to take the oil, remember how the president, when he was running, he said, let's take your oil in Iraq. Take it. See, but your hands will get chopped off today because you're not the power that you think you are. There's a new sheriff in town. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about the two that back me. Now look, I think, Mr. President, you would be wise to leave President Maduro alone.
Yeah, that's wise guidance there for you, Donald Trump. But is he gonna heed the warning? No, he's taken Maduro out of his country. Now he has him in America. But you know, family, we look at these things all wrong. And I'm telling you, man, America is laying a bed for itself that it's going to be a hotbed.
That's right.
And they just keep going around the world, making mischief.
That's right.
And they seem to be under this impression that it will never come back. But the law says what goes around comes around. As you sow, so shall you also reap. What goes up must come. See, these are laws. These are immutable laws. They cannot be defied. And so, you know, family, just watch the space. In the Nation of Islam, our current study guide is entitled Hypocrisy and Conspiracy. And when observing the recent invasion and kidnapping of a sovereign head of state with his wife, using the pretext of law enforcement, when the real objective was always the theft of Venezuelan oil, its land, and other mineral resources. That's what's really
That's right.
at the base of all of this that you see going on. Plus, the continued domination and control of the entire Western hemisphere of our planet, family, in defiance of international law. These people, they don't respect no law. As much as you hear them talking about the rule of law and the rules-based system, these are hypocrites and liars, man. They don't give a damn about no law. And international law, that's been trashed.
That's right.
So watch, because the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said it now several years ago. We're looking at the unraveling of a once great nation, never to be great again. Forget about, oh, make America great again, make Britain great. That's not happening, family. They are finished.
It's time.
Yeah, and they're finished, and they're finished at their own hands.
That's right.
They're doing it to themselves. We don't have to do anything. All we got to do is clean up our act.
That's right. And don't go down with them.
Right. Don't be a hypocrite. Don't be one who is a conspirator. This study guide 17, Hypocrisy and Conspiracy, is extremely powerful and packed with invaluable knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and inspired by Allah and channeled through his servant, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, to help us, family. This is designed to help us to avoid coming under the influence and falling victim to the expressions and actions of these two vices called hypocrisy and conspiracy. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan in this volume, volume 1, gave us 1 to 9 study guides, man. And like I said, family, you know, let us know if you want to be a part of study guide, if you would like to be a part, and we will see what we can do to allow you to be a part of study guide with us online each and every Friday evening. Let us know if that's what you would like to do. If you at the current time don't belong to the Nation of Islam, you don't belong to any particular region of the Nation of Islam, you know, where you could go to study guide in that region, partake in that way. If you are a brother or a sister and you really just want to study, and you want to study that which we study in the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, let us know in the chat and we will see what we can do. The following words are lifted from a Facebook post by Brother Jamil Muhammad entitled Be Watchful. And he writes, if you want to spot the enemies, lackeys, and agents among us, look and listen for those who sit in the meetings with you, but always encourage strife and disunity. These are they who foster division and foment distrust among the believing community. They mischievously delight in starting a lot of ship, and they love to keep its foulness filling the atmosphere, stopping us from progress. Watch, as well as pray. See, because none of us are that wise, none of us are that smart that we can just, you know, look at a hypocrite and know, or, you know, look at a conspirator and know. So that's why we pray to Allah for his guidance, for his protection, dear family. And make no mistake about it. You know, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, when he was speaking earlier, talked about the two backing him.
Absolutely.
We're people today, man. If we're with God, we got backing, family. We ain't no Johnny come lately, you know, out there people who ain't got no backing. The minister's got backing them, and if we're with him, we got backing. Dear family, the following words are lifted from a Facebook post by Catherine Goth Jones Muhammad. I just found some words that this sister wrote, and I thought the words were they're just perfect. So I just lifted them, and I wanted you to know where they come from. I don't want to ever make you think that Brother Leo writes everything. No, I saw these words on Facebook, and I thought I would repeat them here. She writes, Study Guide 17, Hypocrisy and Conspiracy starts with one who voices their dissatisfaction and disappointment in secret, then gather others with similar dissatisfaction into private conversations. I just want to stop right there. See what's going on right now in Iran with the fermenting of this protest in the streets or whatever. This is what's been done. This is the CIA at work. This is Mossad at work. This is what they do in these countries when they create all this chaos and dissatisfaction among the masses of the people. This is what you're looking at, dear family. The sister continues. She says, then the complainers and co-conspirators are overthrowing, undermining, and outnumbering the believers who have barely gotten their footing, the brand new ones. See, they people hardly, got a foot in the door as believers. And then these people, they stir them up, they get them all dissatisfied or whatever. And then the whole idea is to get the people, the population, into a ferment where they will overthrow their own government, or they will create so much strife that the government will have to repress them, put them down, stop the chaos in the country. And then the outside party who started it in the first place says, look, repression, look what they're doing to their own people. And then we're going to go to Libya to protect the Libyans against the Libyan leader. See how sick these people are? Now what they're doing in Venezuela is they're going to protect the Venezuelan people from Maduro and his regime, the language that they like to use. This is another study guide volume. This is volume 2, and this study guides go from 10 to 18, dear family. All of it by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, inspired by the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, given to him face to face from God in person. Master Farad Muhammad. Dear family, she continues, there's a sister I'm quoting, she says, before long, there's a stagnant, faithless, secular stench in the community that is barely recognizable as Muslims, and we begin to look conspicuously like we did before we walked in the door, just wearing bow ties and headpieces, jalabiyas and hijabs, while simultaneously indulging in any and all malfeasance known to man. We thank Allah for these sacred self-improvement study guides brought from him through the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. They are saving a wretch like me. I thought that was just so beautiful. So beautiful. And I put this picture, this silhouette of some FOI, the man, and the MGT, the Vanguard, the sisters in the Nation of Islam. Because understand, family, we got to be more than this silhouette. We got to be more than just wearing hijab, just more than wearing bow ties and suits. We got to be manifesting the light.
We have to live it.
Yeah, man, where when people see us, they know what they're looking at.
That's right.
Dear family. Wow. Sister Claudia, thank you so much. Brothers and sisters, thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Sorry. Okay, sorry. Yes, thank you very much, Brother Leo Muhammad. And on
Praise
that
be to
note,
Allah.
don't forget, family, to tune in to the Final Call Radio 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Start listening to that radio station. It's absolutely brilliant. And as I always say, there will always be something for you on that radio station. It's very inspiring. You know, even if you're at work, and you can't study. Sometimes some of us, we don't manage our time properly, but just put the Final Call Radio when you're driving home from work or on the bus or the train or wherever. There's no excuse now. We don't need to sit down.
Right there.
Yeah, we don't need to sit down at home and put a, what is it called? The DVD or
VHS. Or a CD.
Everything is there for us.
Yes, it's all online. It's all
Absolutely.
online.
And don't forget to subscribe to the Final Call newspaper. For a small donation, you can get a hard copy every week. And it's just, these are proper newspapers, the only newspaper that is unbought and uncompromised. And don't forget to tune in every week to noi.org or media.noi.org to tune into the Sunday lecture with our student minister Ishmael Mohammed. There have been some brilliant lectures the past few weeks, so you can rewatch them on media.noi.org. And just on that note, a quick note, just our brother Johnny Mitchell, I pray that your baby is okay, because you said, I hope you've got a good doctor, because we need some good doctors. We need doctors like Dr. Sophia Shabazz, you know. I pray that your baby is okay. I pray that your wife is okay. And yeah, just let us know how your baby is doing, as brother was late. The baby was with the doctor.
Okay.
But thank you all so much for tuning in. May Almighty God Allah, who came in the person of Master Fard Muhammad, continue to guide, bless, and protect you all. And let's be grateful for the life that we're blessed. We are truly a blessed people. Master Fard Muhammad has come for us today. He's calling us. He doesn't want to punish us. He doesn't want to chastise us. He's trying to make us strong back to our original self. So on that note, have a blessed evening, afternoon, wherever you are on the planet Earth. Take care. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for taking your time to write your notes. And we always go through them. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, beloved.
Very well. So he's one.
Praise
And remember, my family, the holy month of Ramadan is
coming up
approaching
very soon. That's right.
Right. Thank you very much.
Praise be.
Yes, and my sister Patrice Mohammed. Thank you. Right. Take care. Thank you very much, family.
Take care, family. Assalam.